Where's Wesley Snipes when you need him? We need that passenger 57 up in this piece. Always bet on black. You feel me?
P-A-S-C-A-L.
We've been doing Karens for the past year. Plus, okay. Shoot, I did a song about it, for crying out loud. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I really did do a song about Karens like last year or something like that. But anyway, back when I was able to do a little bit more on this show, and this Omarion wasn't running around like this like crazy. But anyway, I digress. So it says here, Delta Karen. Okay, so there's a video of this woman running around acting the damn fool inside of a plane whilst it's 35 some odd thousand feet up in the air, smacking and punching and spitting on an 80-year-old man because she wants him to put his mask on. But what's really interesting is that this man was eating. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you something to the fam. How can you eat with your mask on? How are you able to put food into your mouth whilst mask is over thy muzzle? I'm just curious. Okay, so this woman is having a full-on fight with an old-ass man for no reason. Okay, so Delta Karen is revealed to be, and this is hilarious, a former Playboy model, Baywatch actress, and a Raiders cheerleader who now works as a realtor. So FBI arrested her for assault on a passenger who was 80 years old, who took his mask off to eat. And what's funny also, on top of that, she wasn't wearing her mask either. Yes. So she's screaming at this old man, or this elderly gentleman. And while she is sitting there saying, put your mask up, her mask is down the entire damn time, y'all. So Delta passenger, her name is Patricia Cornwall, was arrested by the FBI on Thursday after getting into an altercation with a male passenger for not putting on his mask. Cornwall, 51, is former cheerleader with the Las Vegas Raiders. She also had a minor roles in Baywatch, and she was in Playboy. She works as a real estate agent in LA, but appeared to have relocated. I guess she used to be a real estate agent in LA, but she relocated to Florida in the recent months. The older male passenger had been eating at the time he was approached by an unmasked Cornwall and was told to mask up. The pair shouted expletives at each other, with Cornwall hitting, scratching, and spitting at him during the row. Cornwall was taken into custody when the plane reached Atlanta International Airport. An FBI source told Cornwall was due for initial hearing on Monday at the federal courthouse in Atlanta. I mean, this is the woman. This is Patricia Cornwall. And let's be real, y'all. I mean, they come in all shapes and sizes and races as well. These quote unquote Karens, they come in all types. Okay, there's male Karens out there too. There's black Karens too. Let's keep it straight funky. But you just never know where you're going to spot a Karen. You never know where you're going to have a Karen spotting. It's insane. And as we already know, there's been a lot of tension over the past year. Of people acting a damn fool in planes. In planes, outside of planes. We've already heard stories about people trying to jump out of planes while they are trying to take off. You remember those stories? Like one dude he ripped open the exit door and hopped off the wing on the runway. Like, I'm not kidding. It's real. It's real out here in these streets, yo. You know, it's really, really sad. But here it is. Cornwall, who was a former small-time actress going by the name of Patty Breton and had a minor role on Baywatch, and she has recently moved to Florida. She also appeared in an episode of Married with Children in 1989 and was featured in Playboy, Cheerleaders, the Cheerleaders edition, before becoming a Raiderette in the 1990s. So this is her. Patty Breton. Patty Breton. I guess this is the Playboy version, and then this is her on the field. Right? And this is her on Baywatch with her two-liner, I'm sure. Or her under 5. So she can get that SAG card, I'm sure. But let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the actual altercation. It is actually fascinating. I'm not gonna lie. It is fascinating. People got time today nowadays. Like, they want to. Everybody's in everybody's business, y'all. Everybody's always in it. Why are we all in each other's business? Why can't we? Especially on a plane. Like, the dude is eating. If the guy was like coughing like crazy, acting a damn fool, had a panties around his face, I could understand this woman walking over to him and being like, mask up, mask up. But this man was eating. Dude was eating, yo. And suddenly he's getting scratched, punched, and spat in the face, which is not great when if you really think about it, because of, the COVID violations and stuff like that. You don't want to get sick. This Omarion, this B2K out here in these streets with nothing but the hits. One of the catchiest tunes out here in these streets. And you're spitting in this man's face whilst telling him to mask up because you're concerned about catching that vid. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Let's take a look at this video, okay?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're
Who invited you?
I'm eating, and I can
Drink your up. Don't you dare talk to me like that.
God damn it.
You stand your up. Stand your up. Stand your up.
Sit down, Karen.
Karen?
You're a goddamn Karen.
No.
Sit down.
Sir.
Sit down, Karen.
Sit down, pussy.
Listen, no, you're the
Oh, no, you're the dick.
Do you want the police to meet you on the ground?
What about him?
Ask them now.
Mask up.
Put your
I'm
mask
eating and drinking. I'm eating and drinking. You got your mess.
See, interesting. She's saying, and we're going to watch the rest of this, but isn't it interesting that she's saying mask up, mask up, mask up to this dude whilst she's not even wearing her damn mask? The man is eating. He's sitting there going, I'm eating. Leave me alone. He obviously calls her a Karen. Understandably, okay, because what she's doing, getting in his business, it ain't right. Now, here's the thing. If he wasn't wearing a mask and he wasn't eating, then I understand her turning to the guy and going, hey, just mask up, bruh. But still, no matter what, regardless, it does not need to be a huge scene, right? It's you go to the flight attendant. You hit the flight attendant button, bing, you have him come over. This man is not willing to wear his mask. And you make it their business, not the other way around, right? Sit your ass down and enjoy the rest of your flight. And hopefully you don't have a whole lot of turbulence. And I mean with the air, not between people, not altercation-wise. Welcome to our world, y'all. Everybody want to be in everybody's business.
Sir.
There it is.
You're going to jail. That's assault. You're going to jail. As soon as we get in Atlanta, you're going to jail. Karen.
See, and then she spits in his face. Now, what good does that do? What good does that do? That doesn't help her situation. She just hit him first, which is assault. Then she does this again, which is assault. Like, it doesn't make her situation. This does not help her plea. It doesn't, y'all. This makes her look worse than ever. Yes, you're about to get thrown in jail.
Now you double go to jail.
Wow.
Piece of
Piece of pussy, sit down, Karen. Sit down, Karen. Sit down, fucking Karen. Look, she punched me.
Put your mask on. Tell him to put his mask on. Put your fucking
She
mask
punched
on.
me. She scratched my face. I wanted to fuck.
Fucking mask on. Put your mask
Put
on.
yours on, bitch. You're going to jail. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You get it later. You're going to jail. Karen. Now you spit on me. Now you double go to jail.
Get in the back now.
So that's what happens. Is that a way of like trying to diffuse the situation by bringing up the drink cart, the drink trolley? Like real for real? That does that work? Does that work? He just shows up with the drink trolley. Like, you back there, enough back there. Now, sir, do you want some orange juice or some coffee? Like, is that what's going on here? How does that work? How does that work, y'all?
Sit down, Karen. Sit down, Karen. Sit down. Look, she punched me. She scratched my face.
Mask on. Tell him to put his mask on. Put your fucking
She
mask
punched
on.
me. She scratched my face. I wanted to fuck out of here.
Mask on.
Wow.
Put yours on, bitch.
I will put my mask on.
By the way, I didn't know they had Starbucks on planes now. Like, bruh, they got Starbucks? Delta like flying high. Hell yeah.
I will put my mask on. You put your mask on.
World star.
Yeah, world star indeed. Now the thing is here it is, y'all. In no way, shape, or form does this look good for her at all. It doesn't look good for the guy either. Obviously, but he's obviously trying to protect himself, which he has every right to do. He's angry. All he's trying to do is eat his food, whatever food he has. You know how it is. They don't really serve food on planes no more. A lot of times you got to go to that Burger King that's after the TSA checkpoints and buy a $12 cheeseburger that you would usually buy for like $1 in real life, right? So I'm sure he's just trying to eat his burger, have his time, and get to his final destination in one piece. That's it all. That's all we want, right? That's all we want. If you're like me, who absolutely hates, loathes flying, okay? You just want to get there in one piece, right? Because, a bag of nuts ain't going to do nothing for you, especially if you're on a flight that's a long flight. This one's not a very long flight, but at the same time, right? Let's be real. You getting salted nuts or you're getting pretzels up in this piece, and some coffee, right? Coffee or some really nasty orange juice that's like nastier than hell. All complimentary, right? See, this is like, when it comes to this, let me say this. Never underestimate the power of alcohol when you are high up in the air, because you're going to do some stupid stuff. We've seen other stories like this before, y'all. We've seen other stories just like this before. Dude loses his mind, flying to Atlanta. Why is it always flying to Atlanta, though? But he was on a Frontier airline flight, and he was losing his damn mind. He lost his damn mind, right? Beating people up, going nuts, all that stuff. He didn't give two damns about anybody's safety. He assaulted a flight attendant and all that stuff, right? It was because most likely he was drunk or high on something. My assumption is Miss Cornwall here is drunk as hell or is high off of something. Because why would you go and make it your business? Why would you make it your business whether this man has his mask on or no? especially when he's eating. Then, to add insult to injury, you decide to punch him in the face, spit in his face, and scratch his face just because you want to be an ass. And guess what it got you? Guess where it got you landed up in? Jail. Okay. Now, maybe she didn't know this guy was eating. Maybe she didn't know. Let's just throw that side of it. But here it is. Sometimes you just got to walk away from a situation because it never ends up going good. Period. When it started going off the rails right here, that's when she should have just walked away. And here's the other thing, too. Why aren't we having proper or better security on planes? Because altercations like this could easily be remedied if you had some dude or person, security, coming in and be like, yo, hey, could have stopped the whole situation. You got flight attendants that don't even know what they're doing as far as safety, as far as protection. Bro, let me tell you. If there was some person that showed up, real talk, showed up, and he or she was all about the business, this situation would have ended a lot quicker. Okay. Ma'am, I need you. Oh, okay. Put on your mask. And the story would have been done. Seriously. Sir, what's going on here? I'm just eating my food. Oh, girl, go sit down. Sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? Piece of cake. That's how it should have been. That's how it should have gone. But no, it did not. That's why I keep saying over and over and over again. I've talked about this before. When it comes to flights, a lot of people are not safe. Like, first off, hurling yourself into the air 35,000+ feet into the air, right, is already a dangerous experience, right? You're in a tin can in the air with a whole bunch of people. And there have been so many different attempts of people trying to open up emergency doors while the plane is 35,000 feet in the air, right? There have been so many stories of these things popping off over the past year. Literally. And yes, Pez, with nowhere to go. It is more. It is so much more serious right now for all airlines to start looking at this stuff a little bit more seriously and figuring out what ways can they establish dominance and establish control while you're 35,000 feet in the air with nowhere to go. I get it. Customer service is all important. Giving people the best flight experience they can ever have. But one part of that really great experience is knowing that you're going to be safe if bad things start happening on a plane. If there's an altercation that happens on the plane. There was another girl that got another flight attendant that got her teeth knocked out because somebody was refusing. Again, wow, surprise, it was over a mask. This girl was not wanting to wear a mask. So next thing you know, closed fist starts beating this girl, this flight attendant, in the face because she was refusing to wear a mask. Like I said, a lot of people's flight experiences are getting worse and worse and worse because people are starting to realize that there's no control in those planes anymore. I hate to say it, but airlines need to start taking that control back. They need to figure this whole thing out. They need to start figuring this out quickly before planes just start falling from the sky. I'm not kidding. You know what? Warebane CEO. Yeah, where's Wesley Snipes, man? Where's Wesley Snipes when you need him? We need that passenger 57 up in this piece. Always bet on black. You feel me? Where's he at? Where he at, though? They need all Wesley Snipes. Okay? All of them. Real talk. Because this is ridiculous.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.